Yeah, I liked he spoke to the title at one point.
Goldie.
He like put his ear to Goldie and went, I missed you too.
Oh.
But Ciampa's a great speaker. Just a bit weird with these random lads in the ring.
So yeah, so apparently these are all Evolve guys. He was helping with them and stuff like that. It would have helped if they said that.
Yeah, a lot of this is just we're kind of jumping in like midway to these characters.
Yeah.
There's not really an introduction per se.
Yeah,
We'll have a segment and you've got to try and kind of figure out who this guy is.
Yeah, you ever date a girl or whatever, and you're at her house and she's like, "Oh, I'm watching this show. Have you ever watched it?" And you're like, "Oh no, I've never watched it. You want to watch it with me?" Sure, all right, yeah, cool. I'm on episode 3 of season 3. Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Okay, well, who's this guy? Well, he's from season 1, and he's great. But you see, she's from season 3. She's new here. Whoa, okay. It's trying to catch up of all these things, but I've been watching since back then.
Yeah.
And I still don't know who these people are.
It's talking of a season 3. This is Paolo and Nikki in Lost.
I don't know.
In season 3 in Lost, they just introduced 2 characters who are on the same flight. Just the camera's never picked up on them, and then they do an episode where it's like planting them in all these old scenes.
Great.
This is the new NXT cast.
Wow.
They're all Paolo and Nikki.
Here you go. Here are these new people.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not disrespecting the new crop of talent because, of course, it's great that we're moving forward. But really minimal effort of telling me there's a lot going on, and you're expecting me to just what?
Yeah.
It's a weird way. So Ciampa's with his crew, and he's interrupted now by Cameron Grimes, who comes out. He cuts a promo saying that the NXT title would be that rocket that would take him to the moon. LA Knight comes out. He cuts a promo saying that he deserves a title opportunity when I think Odyssey Jones tells him, "Yo, you lost twice last week."
Yeah.
Rightfully so. Yeah, rightfully so. Pete Dunne and Ridge Holland come out. Pete calls a bunch of these guys these geezers, and then it becomes an all-out brawl. I thought geezers meant old people.
I've had a bunch of Canadians say that to me.
Okay.
Be like, some British guy said geezer, but I thought geezer was old people.
Yeah.
We just mean just people.
Guy?
Just
These
some guy.
geezers.
This geezer.
These geezers.
And then if it's an old person, it'll be an old geezer.
Yeah, it doesn't sound it sounds dumb when you just say geezer. It sounds better when you say these old geezers.
These old geezers.
So maybe that's why we always think it means old people, because they're literally saying these old geezers.
Yeah.
So Pete calls them a bunch of old geezers, but he doesn't say old.
No, he just calls them geezers.
So you could say you young.
You're a geezer.
I'm a geezer?
Yeah,
You're a geezer?
I'm a geezer.
We're all geezer.
We're all geezer. We're the NXT geezers.
I'm a dude. He's a dude. Well, he calls them geezers, which pisses off Ciampa, because he loves his British slang, I think, and he takes offense to this. And it's a brawl. Everyone's beating each other up. Some people don't know what they're doing. It's okay. And they're being pulled apart. As then it ends the segment, kind of, and then it goes backstage to then some sort of other brawl.
Yeah, Vic's like, oh, we got to go backstage. Something's going on there.
Yeah. And there's who's here? There's Elektra Lopez.
Kaylee Ray, B-Fab,
Mari Miller.
Mari Miller, that's right.
So everyone's fighting, and they're like, oh, there's going to be some matches later tonight, but these gals are fighting. And then it goes back to the ring, and there's still people here.
Brawling in the ring.
Bron Breakker is in the ring. Yep, that's still his name. He grabs a microphone, and wow, he looks like his dad, Rick Steiner, but does he sound like his uncle, Scott Steiner, as he says, "You two bitches," referring to Ridge Holland and Pete Dunne. Why don't you have a match with me and Ciampa tonight? So, Breakker. What's
Bron
Breakker?
Bron Breakker.
Bron Breakker. And man, okay, he's gonna be in a match tonight with Ciampa against Pete and Ridge, main event.
Yeah, I will say, of the new people they've focused in the last 2 weeks, Bron Breakker does stand out. He does seem like someone who's maybe been impressing in promo class. I think he sounds good. I like his kind of Steiner throwback gear. But it was very hectic, this opening. I hated the just cutting backstage to other people fighting. It's just throwing so much at you at once.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very odd. It's very jarring.
Sorry, I'm not nitpicking, but like they cut to the ring and it's a bunch of guys who we kind of don't know, like we're not super familiar with, and they're all like trying to call spots to figure out who's throwing who and which thing. It's like, okay, well, like, do they know this is like TV?
Yeah.
I asked myself that a few times watching this show, and I'm totally supportive of like seeing new people and seeing people evolve and grow, but like
it's just very jarring, and I would say. Maybe NXT as a developmental brand over the last few years has kind of lost sight of that, and they've just been trying to be their own show. When what is the function of NXT? Is it its own show, or are you trying to do developmental? And they kind of did get away from that. It became the super indie thing, and they want to go back and having a developmental brand where people can learn TV and that sort of thing, and that's fine. But I think it's such a departure from what we've been used to, and it's throwing so much new stuff at us rather than having your kind of regular show with your regular cast and maybe having 2 new people that you really focus on. But this is, in the first segment, we've got like 10 new people who were like, who is this and who's fighting backstage? And not really much filling in, telling us who they are.
Yeah, they didn't do a good job of just throwing these new people with pretty bland, like pretty basic, generic, going back to square one of wrestling, WWE, NXT kind of stuff. Guy's Italian.
Oh, the whole thing, it's the 90s again.
Yeah.
Everyone's got a gimmick.
This guy's Italian mobster.
Italian.
This guy's not Rick Steiner's son. What are these two? They're rough American barroom brawlers. Fighting the pint.
Yeah. This girl likes bubbles. And
these two, they wear shades and some chains, and they're best friends.
Yeah.
And one of them wasn't one of them's going to turn on the other one.
Yeah. It's very much okay. We studied characters today at school, and we're gonna. What character have you?
Doesn't mean this whole. Yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry, that's a new one. Yeah, we'll get to him. Just felt everything's cookie cutter right all of a sudden. Yeah. Maybe not so all of a sudden, but don't worry.